So I'm going to say something that's going to be a little tough to hear. There are some of you out there who are dealing with extreme bitterness over the breakup of your relationship or your marriage. And it's real easy to want to be bitter right now. It's real easy to want to seek revenge over that person who hurt you. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter how the relationship ended. It doesn't matter what took place. It doesn't matter who's at fault. What matters is you take ownership of where you are right now. You own up to it being a bad chapter in your life. You heal and you move on. It's not going to do you any good to be angry. It's not going to do you any good to be bitter. It's not going to do you any good to slander them at every turn. Back during Lincoln's presidency, he had this thorn in the flesh, a guy named Edward Stanton. And Edward Stanton was famous for constantly berating the president. He called him a disgrace. He called him an imbecile. He called him the original gorilla. But still, through all of that, Lincoln chose to take the high road, even appointing him as the Secretary of War back in 1862 during the Civil War. Look, I know what it feels like to be hurt. I know what it feels like to be betrayed. I know what it feels like to be cheated on. I know what it feels like to be left without anything at the end of a marriage. But here's the thing. It was a chapter. It was a chapter. You're holding the pen and you get to choose to turn the page and start a new chapter. Before Lincoln's assassination, Stanton and Lincoln had become pretty good friends. They both shared the agony of losing their sons. At the end of Lincoln's life after he was assassinated, history notes that Edward Stanton was absolutely inconsolable. And at Lincoln's funeral, Stanton said, "Now he belongs to the ages." Take the high road. Don't allow yourself to be bitter.